Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Pay Per Preview. I am the WonderShop WWE Champion, War Machine MJ, and I'm here today to talk about, well, after a recent name change, WCPW, now known as Defiant Wrestling, is going to put on their first iPPV under their new branding, which it's going to go live in a little less than 12 hours. Anyway, or at least it's going to go live 1 p.m. Central Standard. That's our time. Anyway, yeah. Damn it, I was going to say something. I forgot. I hate it when that happens. Oh well, anyway, yeah, it is We Are Defiant. You can watch it, well, I'm not sure where else you can watch it, but on Defiant's website. I forget the name of the website right offhand, but it's $8.99 a month, but right now they're doing a 30-day trial, so you can watch this among all their WCPW content, so it's worth a watch. Anyway, here to talk about We Are Defiant, the new branding for them, since they're no longer What Culture Pro Wrestling. Everything is defiant about them. Anyway, we go ahead and start with the non-wrestling stuff, but it's still wrestling stuff. Let's go ahead and start off with Defiant GM Stu Bennett, aka Wade Barrett, aka I got a little bad news for you, is going to unveil new talent to the WCPW roster, or I'm sorry, the Defiant roster. That's gonna be hard. Anyway, who this is, we don't know. Could be somebody big. Could be somebody big as far as the UK scene. Hey, I got my money's that could be Austin Aries. So we'll just have to wait and see. Anyway, the next segment is going to be, well, a segment from one of the new additions to the Defiant roster, Pastor William Ever. Was this, well, he's a Jesus-looking motherfucker. In fact, when he made his debut on one of the last 2 episodes of WCPW, that's what the crowd was chanting. Now, originally, he was supposed to have a match against Moose with Liam Slater, if I can get my words right, with Liam Slater as special guest referee. But Moose got pulled from the card for some reason. I don't know. If any of you guys know, just let me know on Twitter. Either WS War Machine MJ or WonderShop 135. Just hit it up. Anyways. But at We Are Defiant, Pastor William Ever is going to deliver a sermon aimed specifically at Liam Slater, the heart and soul of British professional wrestling. Again, I can't get my words right. Anyway, Slater's gone through a little bit of a downward slope. See, it started after him and Johnny Moss became the first ever WCPW Tag Team Champions. Then they lost it, and Johnny Moss got injured. And Liam Slater tried to put his name on the map, getting different tag team partners to help him get back into the game, including Moose. That's how he would have fit into the equation. Anyway, yeah, the last time we saw Liam Slater, he faced off against Johnny Moss at Refuse to Lose. It was one hell of a match. If I remember correctly, Liam Slater won. I know Johnny Moss is no longer with Defiant, or WCPW, whichever one it would fall under, because he had his last match in WCPW. Anyway, he's going to be a trainer at the WWE Performance Center, so good on him. He's the incumbent man mountain, because you know he's a mountain of meat. Anywho, but Pastor William Ever is going to try and convert Liam Slater over to his side. Now, originally in Ever's match against Moose, it was basically, you know, who was truly there for Slater. You know, Moose, you know, his friend, you know, Moose or Ever trying to convert him into his followers. There we go. It's not a flock, it's not a family, it's not a ministry. It is his followers. Anyway, on to matches. Now, first match on my card, over there, on Notebook, is going to be the former members of the Prestige, BT Gunn and the Iron King, Joe Coffey, taking on a mystery opponent. Who knows who it could be? It could be War Machine, the former Defiant Tag Team Champions, as well as the former New Japan Tag Team Champions. Or it could be, you know, the most over tag team in all of the indies, the Young Bucks. You know, the two guys who managed to get dad jeans over. Or who knows? Hey, we might even see Matt Riddle and Jeff Cobb, the Chosen Bros. If you've never seen the Chosen Bros, they're fantastic. Jeff Cobb is, well, he's Matanza from Lucha Underground. And Matt Riddle, he is a treat. He is a former UFC fighter. So, you know, it'll be a good match. Next match will be two more members of the former Prestige going up against each other. It is the Mexican sensation, the prestigious Mexican sensation, El Ligero, or that translates to the lightweight, taking on the Kiwi Buzzsaw and the new fan favorite in Defiant, Travis Banks. Now, if you've never seen Travis Banks, you have to watch him. Especially his match against Speedball Mike Bailey, or his match against Penta El Zero M. One horrible, two of the, you know, worst striking exchanges. Damn good match, but it was intense showdown. Travis Banks, he is damn good at what he does. So I've got Travis Banks beating El Ligero, beating the lightweight. So the next match will be match number 2 of the best of 3 series, and the winner will get a shot at the Defiant Internet Championship held by Zack Sabre Jr. Anyway, the match is between the man with the laundry list of nicknames, David Starr, taking on Speedball Mike Bailey. Now, the current series is 1-0 in favor of Speedball Mike Bailey. They faced off at Refuse to Lose, and David Starr went and complained to Stu Bennett, you know, saying, oh, it's not fair that Speedball gets a match, and, you know, it's not fair that he beats me. And Speedball's just like, hey, you know, if you're upset that I beat you, I mean, too bad, we can go at it again if you like. Stu Bennett just said, I like that. 2 out of 3 series, best 2 out of 3 series, again, brain's wired. Anyway, best 2 out of 3 series, winner gets the number 1 contendership for the Internet Championship. So, I got David Starr going over in this match. So, it's going to be a great match. Their last match was good. Speaking of good, the next match will be for the Defiant Hardcore title between Defiant Tag Team Champion Primate, the current hardcore champion, taking on his newfound friend as well as tag team champion partner, Jimmy fucking Havoc. And yes, I'll emphasis fucking because that's what he says. These two, they competed in a pretty brutal hardcore match and refused to lose. It was a fatal 4-way for Primate's hardcore title. After the match was over, Primate left his hardcore title outside. Well, you know, he left it at ringside, which caught the attention of Hanson and Rowe War Machine after they got done dismantling the Young Bucks. So Primate went out there to try and get it and was met with a little resistance. Hanson and Rowe basically said, hey, if you want your title, you're going to have to come through us to get it. So Jimmy Havoc came out there and stood up for Primate, said, listen, I'm not this guy's best friend, but you're going to give him what's rightfully his, and I'm going to stand up to him. So if you guys are ready to defend those belts, we challenge you on the next episode of Loaded. And it's not going to be under hardcore, it's not going to be under War Machine rules. You know, War Machine rules means no rules. It's going to be under Jimmy fucking Havoc rules. Then on that episode of Loaded, Havoc and Primate walked away with the titles. And so now Jimmy Havoc is going to get his rematch for the hardcore title. And it's going to be another brutal one. I got Primate going over on this one. Now, just a quick reminder, whoever I pick, that's not going to go towards the WonderShop series. That wouldn't be fair to Rodmus or Malcolm. So, next match will be for the Defiant Women's Championship. It will be the current reigning and defending Women's Champion, Kay Lee Ray, taking on Veda Scott. Now, Kay Lee Ray, you know, has been the Defiant Champion for quite a while. You know, she beat Viper, who was the bouncer for B. Priestley at that time, who was injured, so she basically took the belt without ever having to beat B. Priestley. And this match was going to be a triple threat involving B. Priestley, but don't know what happened there. But then, refused to lose after Kay Lee Ray got done with her match, she and her opponent were ambushed by Veda Scott. And so Veda Scott made it clear that she wants a shot at Kay Lee Ray's title. Then on the next episode of Loaded, Veda Scott and Speedball Mike Bailey beat Kay Lee Ray and David Starr in a mixed tag team match. So this one's going to be great. Veda Scott, a definite veteran, a definitive veteran of the ropes. Meanwhile, Kay Lee Ray is one of the hottest commodities in the European scene. It'll be a good match, but I got Veda Scott going over. Which leads us into our main event. It is a triple threat for the Defiant World Championship. It will be the villain, Marty Scurll, part of Bullet Club, will defending his world title up against the former leader of Prestige, the prestigious one, Joe Hendry. And as a late substitution, he will be defending against the heart and soul of what? Defiant Wrestling. The leader of the Curb Crawlers, Martin Kirby. Now, Kirby was not originally in this match. It was going to be Will Ospreay, but due to scheduling conflicts, Ospreay's not going to make it. So, this will be a good match. Joe Hendry finally getting his rematch. But getting his rematch because Marty Scurll basically stole the title from he stole the title from Hendry in his match against Will Ospreay. Hendry cashed in his Magnificent 7 briefcase, which gave him a guaranteed match. You know, it's kind of like Money in the Bank, except for, I guess it feels newer. Anyway, but I've got the villain going over. So, We Are Defiant will be one hell of a showing. I have a feeling it's not going to disappoint. Because it refused to lose, which I still need to review. Well, I'm going to rewatch it first. Anyway, I remember it refused to lose. The Young Bucks and War Machine stole them. You know, stole it. Because it was a fantasy match that we never got to see until refused to lose. Anyway, I have been War Machine MJ, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.